Greetings, family. This is Bomani SAS and my sister SAS.
Hey, y'all.
We're live on Revolutionary Cam, and we're here in beautiful Atlanta, Georgia. And what a beautiful Friday it is.
It is. Sun is shining.
Absolutely. And family, about 2 weeks ago, the movie Black Panther came out. Black Panther, the movie 2018, which is a Marvel Studio comic book version of the movie. And it is an incredible, phenomenal movie, and we're here to talk about some of the hype and some of the things that's going on around about this movie, and we're also here to practically link you with the real Wakanda, which is the things that we've been doing in Ghana and building a futuristic world with incredible opportunities for our brothers and sisters to connect to the African continent. Now, my sister SAS, how was your viewing of the movie?
I'm so glad I finally took the opportunity to see the movie, thanks to Niaya and Jasmine. And my experience of viewing the movie the first time, I look forward to seeing it again, was just incredibly wonderful for me. To see on movie theater film, my Africa, from South Africa to Ghana, our home, where we take tours and bring our brethren and sister to Ghana. It was delightful, Bomani. It was transforming, and it still is. And I'm just riding the momentum of Black Panther, even as we speak. So thank you for asking.
Excellent. I also saw it with little Bomani, and he was excited. You know, he loved to watch the action adventure movies on the big screen. As I told him that one day, we're going to build an incredible movie theater at Techima where we can show our incredible black production films and things. But back to the movie itself, it was incredible to see our brothers and sisters from the African diaspora, the African continent, playing incredible roles as kings, warriors, queens, technical geniuses, with an incredible, around an incredible positive society. Where we see Africa as being portrayed very positive, and very just incredible and impressive, and that's not something that you see on a day-to-day basis, especially when you're dealing with movies that are funded or on top. Is white folks gotta give the sign off, and also we did see certain things in the movie that naturally you see you see in Hollywood when you're dealing with African movies. You see the good white people and you see certain things, but nevertheless it's what it is. It's a movie, and with that, this incredible, because one of the things is the celebration of us. We're in our African culture, and the different kind of mix of different various parts of Africa where the actors had to do their research. Accents had to be created and linked with certain language. So we praise our brothers and sisters for taking those roles seriously and bringing home something positive and respective, where brothers and sisters can sit down with their children, share a nice movie with them, and also build on to other things. Because for me, it's never that simple where it's just a movie and you're excited and anything. We always want to connect everything that we practically do to the greater vision of things, which is, when you see that futuristic city in Africa, things people think about is, what if we weren't colonized, and can we really build a futuristic city like this?
Like Wakanda.
And the answer is, absolutely. If we weren't, colonized, that would have been the situation. But unfortunately, we've been through those unfortunate situations as far as being colonized and being enslaved, which literally set us back 500 years. So one of the things that we have talked about before we ever heard of a movie Black Panther, or before we ever heard of a Wakanda or anything like that, we have always been working towards, along with our brothers and sisters in Ghana primarily and other parts of the the African world, on how we can build the future sustainable world of the African continent. So it's a lot of work that a lot of us are doing and connecting, and we're doing our best to share as much as possible, So that's what the movie reminded me of. So so it was exciting to see something so relevant.
What you're saying, Bomani, is really huge and major, family. Is that the movie or the motion picture or the film? It's a film, a motion picture film that's been imagineered, but the reality is we're living this legacy into our lives. our travels to Ghana and the area that Bomani is talking about, Techiman in the Borno Hafo region, is an area where we actually have land in Ghana, in Africa, right?
Absolutely, looking to build an incredible enterprise and connect with other people that are there on transforming their eco village and other projects that are being worked on in that area.
Yeah, and see, for me, which is really important at this point in my journey of life and love for living in Africa and traveling to Africa since 1985, and specifically not just South Africa, where a lot of this film was done in Tanzania, in the sub-Saharan African region. I just really love...
So you can tell by the background.
Oh my God, I was in Lesotho the first time I went to South Africa in 1985 as an Operation Crossroader, as Operation Crossroads Africa. And being stationed in Lesotho, which is totally landlocked by Tanzania or South Africa, I saw Zimbabwe, I saw Zambia, I saw Lesotho. And that's my consciousness and my perspective. So as I was viewing this movie, and I'm not like so much into all the comic strips kinds of things, but everything's come from imagination. You know, everything lives here and comes from within, without. As within, so below. As above, so below. As within, so without, right? So I see the possibility. And I'm very inspired as an elder Bomani and family to see this love, which I've always had. It wasn't beaten out of me, it wasn't taken out of my memory, the love for who I am ancestrally, like my DNA. And so I was a little bit unique in that way, family. So for me, as someone who is, you know, over 65, 66 and in the mix, thank you very much. I mean, I've seen some things. And growing up in Chicago as a real Panther, not the movie Panther, which I'm not going too far into at this moment, but say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud. Black nationalism, Pan-Africanism, the love of who I am as an African queen. Them warrior sisters, the warriors, the sisters.
Yeah, awesome, yeah.
The Dahomey warriors. Yeah, the ones with the heads that kind of like teeny weeny afro or bald. Yeah, the power and the beauty simultaneously. Like off with your head kind of stuff, like the swords or the arrow. Yeah, as an African woman, and I read something that Pepe Park wrote about this film earlier today on Facebook. Wow, right. And I loved it because the pride of who I am as an African woman and as a queen, and if I know who I am and I love who I am, that's authentically powerful. And the display of that for the whole world to see, unabashedly, not like arrogantly. Our actors and thespians and those who took those roles and parts on as their own was so soulful and so incredible that this transforming movement, Bomani, I'll say it like this, and I can almost call it a rap,
right,
is that this time that I'm getting ready to become a new grandmother, family, in about 7 days, Niaya, my only daughter, our only daughter, is bringing forth a grandson, a prince Z. The name starts with a Z. And I'm respectfully and just in my spirit know that it's referenced before Black Panther, BBP, after Black Panther, ABP, just like BC and AD, feel me? In other words, this transcending moment in time is shifting us to, I feel, loving the truth of who we are as African people worldwide, and as the mother of civilization, the birther of this whole thing, that even our lighter expression, brothers and sisters, come under the truth. You understand? Nothing can stop a divine idea whose time has come. And I feel the movement and the love and the flow of that. And I'm like Dr. King said, I'm just very thankful to be alive and well and woke to witness this. Everybody has their opinions about Black Panther. I'm going to go see it again so that I can give a critical review. I'm doing my research, but in my heart, that's where the research happens. In my consciousness, it feels so great to know that my love for Mother Africa is being made available for people to love her as much in their authentic way. So we're taking tours to Ghana. We're getting ready to go again May the 25th.
Yes, ma'am. We're leaving.
Is it May the 25th?
Ready to Ghana May 23rd to June 5th, 2018, and then we have another one the following year, May 22nd to June 4th, 2019. All the details can be found on our website, africafortheafricans.org. You can search and look up my name, Bomani Tayamba, and I will connect you with all of the videos and pictures from Facebook to YouTube. And also, family, once once we get more into the things that we're doing on Africa continent, we're looking to really just project an incredible future for our children. And the movie Black Panther itself is just a great visual image of some of the positive things that we have been doing our best to share with our brothers and sisters about Africa and all the things that's going on. And for me personally, if it takes a movie to open people's minds up to do a little research and even to find out about people like myself who have been a part of the newer movement of repatriation, the modern day movement of black people in the African diaspora, building a certain craft and skills and background and connecting with other people and wanting to return to the land of our ancestors,
yes,
and build incredible relationships with our people and make things happen. And this is an Africa for the African perspective. So unlike the movie, you won't see any CIA agent in our lab and everything.
Thank God. Hallelujah.
Which I understand. It's the only reason why that's in the movie is because they have to put their stuff in their movie. And one of the things that I'm happy that they didn't put in there was any of the homosexuality, which I cannot stand. And it's just we're making movies and we're doing certain things, and we don't need to be mixing all that, because when we deal with an African continent, it's about black family, black nation building, men and women, which is what we define as relationship, and we define how we as a people can build true family. So not by using any kind of technology for people to shoot up in themselves and do things, to do it in the natural way.
Natural way.
You know what I'm saying? So we're all about nature. So the part of the futuristic Africa is always, like we talk about in Techiman, the Brown Hafa region, which is very agricultural. It's to plant more mango and coconut tree, to incorporate all of our high-tech advancement and things that we're doing, and and manufacturing and involving nature to where you step outside of your building, outside your space, and you see all your mango trees. You see the playground, and you see grass, nature. You see you see the farm. You see you see a mix of what nation nation is. It's like we can't get too far and advanced to where we just get ourselves out of civilization. So the real Wakanda and all those things is based on us as brothers and sisters coming together and saying that we want to be the part of the growth of Mother Africa. We want to work with our brothers and sisters on the continent to build what we as an African people in the globe need, because we have our African people on the continent, African people in the diaspora. The Africans in the diaspora, whether they are born first or second generation, or like lots of us stolen Africans, we're all part of that continent, and it takes the life form of all of us to make things work. Right now we see the Asian invasion, and we see Europeans still staking their claim of neo-colonialism, and and those are some of the things that the movie portrays. It shows the reality of the outsiders, of people, and it shows a combination of the different things that are relevant to us, our struggle as black people in the African diaspora. Some of us growing up without certain identity, but still having a link to the African continent, to where we want to go back and be the king, and reclaim our throne.
That's right.
So that's what I love about the movie. Also, the two main characters were incredible. And unfortunately, in order to cap the movie off, you have to add certain kind of ending to it. So I thought that even up to the end and things, it was just cinemagraphically awesome. And but that is a 250 to a $500 million marketing, which what we have been spending our lifetime working on. Or it seemed like for you, since a lot more time, because you're talking about back in the days in the Southern Africa. And I'm like, you went to Southern Africa in the early '80s, and I was there in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Family, one of the things that's incredible is like
true.
our life experience on the continent is what we're speaking a perspective from, and that's one of the things we want to share with you, because a lot of other people are sharing their reviews about the movie in itself. But we always want to add in, our experience and the things that we're visualizing to make it relevant, and to keep the people who have been connecting with us, seeing that strong vision that we're gonna work to make this happen, and we owe it to our ancestors, ourselves, our children, our future, and then we owe it to the world itself, for Africa to reclaim its greatness. So my sister SAS.
Yes, my brother Bomani.
Yes. In closing, let me know if you want to share anything else with the movie, or any other recommendation, and then we're gonna definitely connect back.
I'm complete. I'm thankful. I'm humbled. I love the movie, the film. Thank you, Spencer Moon, for teaching me the distinction between the two of a good movie and a well-made film.
Excellent.
Yes.
So it was a little bit of all of those.
Africa for the Africans.
So we're gonna get two strong black fists. That's not that's equivalent to 10, 5 stars, and 100%.
Yeah. Much love, family.
Absolutely. Keep it strong.